Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You're watching Evan and Evergreen. My name is Evan and I make videos about minimalism, decluttering, and motherhood. In a recent video, I said I wanted to do an experiment to see how many grocery store bags it takes to fill a storage container. So these are the grocery store bags. Our state does still give plastic bags at the store, and I use these in all of my trash cans throughout the house, including the kitchen trash can. We do not buy trash bags unless maybe we're moving or for a special project or something like that. I have about 8 of these, 8 or 9 already filled up. And I have an empty storage container here. I'm gonna see how many it takes to fill it. And the reason I wanted to do this is because typically when I give something away on the buy nothing group or bring something to the thrift store, this is about the size that I will be giving away. They're not always full, but a lot of times they are, because this is what I would typically use to put donations in or items to get out of the house. So the reason I wanted to do this is because I want to see how many of these bags that I give away will lessen a storage container. So if we were to move, how many containers or boxes would be reduced by how many bags I'm giving away or getting out of the house. Don't feel like I'm explaining that exactly correctly, but hopefully you understand what I mean. And I have these all ready to go, and we're gonna see how many it takes to fill up this bin. So I've been able to declutter enough that I have an empty bin here that I don't need, and my adopted son is 21 and he needs some bins like this for storage in his closet. He has some items in cardboard boxes that are like long-term storage type stuff. So I'm gonna give this to him when he comes over for our Halloween party this weekend. So because I have the bin available, I wanted to go ahead and do this now. So this is a 19-gallon container. It's Bella storage solution container. It's 19 gallons. The ones that I most typically use are the 18-gallon Sterilite containers. I do have, I think, 2 more of this kind, and they're okay for lightweight items, but I used these when we were moving recently, and I put like a bunch of my daughter's books in them, and it felt like it was going to break. So I had to take out half of the books and do half books and then like half toys. So I don't think I'll be purchasing these again. I'll probably just stick with the Sterilite containers if I did need to purchase a new one for some reason. But with the amount that I'm minimizing and decluttering, I don't necessarily foresee that I would need to purchase any unless maybe one breaks or cracks or something like that. So let's see how many of these bags it's going to take to fill this up. My guess is 6 to 8. And like I said, this is a 19-gallon container, so this is actually 1 gallon larger than what I would typically use. So I just stuffed all these bags with some of my daughter's stuffed animals, some throw blankets, towels, and just some easy things I could grab from around the house. I would normally tie it and double knot it, but because I don't want to ruin the bags and I want to be able to use them for trash, I'm not going to double knot it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are pretty squishy because it's just clothes. I mean, well, it's just towels and stuffed animals and blankets. So they're pretty squishy and malleable. Okay, so that's 4. 5, 6, 7, and that's 8. So I think actually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna dump all of this out and get it out of the bags because the bags are kind of like constricting where some of the space can be filled. So I'm gonna dump it in here and see if this will hold all 8. Okay, so we got dolls and stuffed animals, dolls and stuffed animals, dolls and stuffed animals, my daughter's bath towels, throw blanket, another throw blanket, and then a couple of dish towels. And some dish towels and cloth napkins. So that is actually 7 grocery store bags full of stuff. I started with 8 and this is number 8 here. Let me see if I can get the lid on. Okay, if I smush it down, I can get more room. So I wonder if I could fit number 8 in here as well. All right, here's the top. Okay, so that fit 8 grocery store bags of stuff. So that tells me for every 8 full grocery bags that I declutter from the house, that's 1 less storage bin that I would have to have of items either put away and dispersed throughout the house, or that's 1 less storage container or box that I would have to pack and move if we were to be moving. So that's my experiment. I hope this encourages you guys to fill up some grocery bags with things to declutter and aim to get some of the excess out of your house. And while I have you here, I want to go ahead and film another little project I'm going to be working on. So let me grab the camera and I'll spin y'all around and talk you through it a little bit. So I have been massively decluttering the house and going further in my minimalism evolution than I have in the past 5 years since my daughter has been born. I'm filming in my bedroom right now, and I have this closet here that does not have doors on it, and it's been starting to bug me a little bit just with being able to see all of this visual clutter. And I thought about putting up maybe a curtain. We don't have the doors that go to this, so I'm not gonna put doors on it. And also I use this lamp every day and every night, so I don't wanna have to find a new place to put the lamp in the room. And I don't wanna put anything here that will cut off the light from it. So I'm thinking that I want to rearrange the top shelf to make it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, to have a little bit less visual clutter on it. And then that little pink jewelry box to the left is actually going to be going out. I'm probably gonna send that home with my mom. And then in my dresser here to the left, this dresser does not actually have any clothes in it, but I've decluttered it to where there's a big empty spot in it. And I think I'm going to put some of the books here that I have, some of these smaller books, into that dresser. And then I think I want to take these art books that are all the way to the left and put those in the middle because they just have a more uniform look to them. The desktop, I use it more like a vanity. It just needs to be tidied up a tiny bit, but that is kind of like a catch-all area. So I wanted to grab this footage before I start fooling with it and messing with it too much, so I'm able to document it. And then last week when my mom came over, she brought me this plant. I've been wanting one of these snake plants to clean up the air in my bedroom. Me and my daughter sleep in here, so I'm really happy to have that. I don't necessarily love the way it looks on my dresser, but that's where it is for now until maybe I think of a better place to have it in the room. But the dresser is still looking pretty simple. This is my water glass that I use throughout the day, and it just usually sits right there. So that's how the dresser top is looking right now. I was able to declutter a little sewing kit out of this drawer and put it in a different, more streamlined container. I added it into my arts and crafts drawer with like my paint and painting supplies and things. So I have this big empty space here, and I think I'm gonna put my smaller books right there. So I just wanted to grab this and film before I start moving a whole bunch of stuff around so that I can do before and after. It's the next evening. Welcome back to my bedroom. I was able to accomplish what I set out to do in this closet. I have to say, I'm not 100% satisfied with the results just because I don't like the colors of some of the photo albums that are up there. I think that I'm going to paint some of them to give them a more cohesive look. But I was able to take the smaller books and put them into my dresser. And then this little storage bin that has some sentimental items in it that need to be dealt with, I was able to actually put that onto the shelf instead of having it up on top of the books. That red little thing that's wrapped up, that's a gift for someone who's gonna be coming over tomorrow for our Halloween party. So this is still a bit of a work in progress, but I am happy with what I was able to accomplish. I put a hook on the wall to get my hats in their own little home. This is how the dresser is looking right now, so it's cleared off. And then I'll show you where I did put those books. So because I decluttered some items out of this drawer, I was able to create enough space to put all of these books here so that upper shelf can look a little bit more neat and just have less visual clutter on it. I would like to paint the inside of this closet a dark green, I think. My husband painted this room when we moved into this house, but for some reason he didn't paint the closet, and I think it needs that to be finished off. And then also on that wall of the closet, I had a couple of necklaces and a little craft that me and my daughter had done last year. I moved that. I gifted one of the necklaces on the Buy Nothing group, and I just wanted to completely clear that wall off to motivate me to either get this painted or maybe get one big piece of art that will cover up the majority of that wall. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any videos that you would like to see me do, or any subjects that you would like to see me make a video about, please leave them down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.